The world on a silver platter. Magnavision, the new video displayer from Magnavox that plays discs from NCA Discovision, movies like Jaws. Even learn tennis. All these programs cost surprisingly little. The world on a silver platter. Magnavision. Only from Magnavox.
Rich's always has more in store. And of course, Rich's has Magnavision in stock for immediate delivery.
Hello everybody, and thank you very much for your time today. And today I'm coming to you from Columbia, South Carolina. Yes. Alright guys, obviously as you see we are at the Columbia Place Mall, but we weren't able to get in this door. So, we had to go in through Macy's. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a little ride on the elevator just to start things off here on this video. Now this is a update video for the holiday season of 2024 here at the Columbia Place Mall. Of course, for all of us in the Dead Mall community, we know that this property is owned by Moonbeam Capital. I will go ahead and leave it at that, and you can make your own comments in the comment section here for the video. Now, to my knowledge, this Macy's was previously a Rich's when the mall originally opened, so that is the reason for the Rich's commercial when we started the video. And it was really cool to see those Magnavox discs during that little fight. I probably shouldn't call it little, but during that fight between all of these different media forms for movies. I think there was the Magnavox kind of version of Laserdisc, then there was Laserdisc, then there was also Betamax, and then also VHS, which eventually VHS took over. And definitely stay tuned, we do have some more VHS videos coming up on the channel very soon. Now, this courtyard area outside of Macy's is really cool. I don't know if it was used back in the day. Maybe they used to bring out some goods out there, maybe some clothing. Or, if anybody does know, was this maybe a cafe area back in the day? Obviously, as we see two little cheapo barbecues out there for the staff. Kind of cool that they're doing that, but also kind of cheesy. It's not really a Macy's way. Macy's, a little bit of luxury. We got to have that luxury feel. So I assume this parquet floor is original from when Rich's was here, and then Rich's actually combined and became Macy's. Now, doing a little spin-a-rooney here with the phone, there was somebody that was walking near us at this time, and I didn't want to get them on film, so that was the reason to turn the camera phone away. As we see there, the J spot. We're going to go ahead and walk past, which was the old Disney store back in the day. So for those of you that love Disney, yes, there was a Disney store here. This mall was nice enough to have a Disney store at one time. There you see the lovely Moonbeam banners that they love to hang from their malls, which make no sense, have no tie to any of the malls that they own, but they continue to put them up. So really big Foot Locker was here back in the day at this location. Looked like a really nice newer store. Not an old school one, so maybe this was an old one and maybe they remodeled it, but a lot of square footage for a Foot Locker location. Usually they're a little bit smaller, or you see them maybe on a corner location. So as we walk a little bit further here, we see some type of clothing store off to the right. We see a lot of mold from water damage on the ceiling. Now, I'm not really sure what water damage is happening on the lower level of the mall, just at that point of the escalator entry point. So I guess there's some piping that's running overhead here that most likely needs to be addressed if it's dripping that much to create issues for the ceiling above. Now we do have some more beauty goods places. We do have some salons in this mall and also some barbershops and a few churches. So the mall is really dwindled down to, again, a few salons, few barbershops, a few churches, and a few clothing places. We do still have Macy's here, obviously, as we know. The Macy's, and my apologies to the folks that work at the Macy's. Now, this is also the old Sears, by the way. If you can't tell from the tile that's on the outside, we'll take a look in here in a moment. You know, for those that work at Macy's, you know, a lot of respect that you work there. I hope you get to keep the job. And I hope Macy's does not close this location. I've heard a rumor that Macy's actually owns their location here at the Columbia Place Mall, and not so much fun here. So anyway, another moonbeam flag. But as we go ahead and take the escalator up to the second level here, the thing that concerns me about Macy's at this mall is that it is the only Macy's within about 50 miles of a radius. So this really just is not Macy's country down here in the Columbia, Charleston, you know, Greenville type area. I know this is really Belk and Dillard's country, and I have a feeling Macy's is probably going to let go of this location. I really hope they don't. So as we take a look at the food court here, we'll go ahead and walk around for a moment. There are still a few locations that are open. You got some type of Asian restaurant, I believe Chinese restaurant off to the right side there. Now this spot here used to be some type of like newsstand and you know, maybe convenience store. It's a pretty cool tile on the floor. And this food court only had 8 locations that were available after a remodel I was reading up about, and it obviously hasn't been remodeled in a long time. But it looks like there's only a few food spots left here, and this is a little bit earlier in the opening hours of the mall. But you know, here we got what was this, a hot dog Italian place or whatever was going on there, and I think that other red and black place doesn't look like anything's open over there. There was also somebody that was sitting in the food court, so I didn't want to get them on video. You've got another place there with the corrugated steel facade, and that's obviously out of business also. So we're looking at 2 locations, and then maybe this third location that has some ice cream. And that is about it. You got some bagged snacks. Not sure what that was. Pretty cool tile there, a brown, yellow, and red. And then also, I think this was probably another food location that then became the Jungle Gym area, but they've got it all basically cordoned off there, and I assume that Jungle Gym might have been in one of the center court areas for the mall. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at Sears here. Maybe that other was the other location a Sears or not? Maybe I was wrong here, because this tile looks like Sears. Oh, we were downstairs. Okay, that's right. When I'm watching these videos and doing these voiceovers, I totally forget where I'm at, especially in a nice big mall like this. And also, there is a comic book shop here at the mall. Pretty cool comic book shop. We actually got to meet that gentleman. We're going to do another video next time that we're up in Columbia and spend some time with him, learn about his shop. I was really surprised as to how much his shop costs per month. I was actually kind of shocked. I really think that Moonbeam should be charging a lot less for a mom and pop tenant like a comic book shop, just to keep them or him you know, in the mall. So you also have several, maybe 5 or 6 urban wear places. You do have, I think what was off to the left there, maybe it was a Spencer's or some type of urban wear, like skater stuff. What was that back in the day? Why can I not remember that one? Huh. Yeah, I don't know why it's leaving me. I have no memory anymore. I think off to the right side here is what used to be Victoria's Secret, and it is now a few salons and beauty supply places. 2 Sisters. We're going back here to the center court area for the mall. Really nice center court at the Columbia Place Mall. In a previous video, I did do a ride on the elevator, so definitely check that out. And really nice looking mall on the inside. Unfortunately, a lot of the lighting is now all burnt out, I doubt it's going to get replaced unless they absolutely have to. Now, this is the location that I believe was Dillard's, and I think Richland County purchased the Dillard's location, and they were going to turn that into their crime lab. I don't think they were able to do that, but there is another spot in the mall that used to be Belk or JCPenney. I can't remember off the top of my head. They are still doing construction in that spot. So I believe the county is still planning on putting some offices here at the mall. If you have any news or updates concerning that, certainly feel free to put it in the comments. And in fact, that gentleman that owned the comic book shop, we're going to get some more information from him when we sit down with him. I really didn't have the time this morning. We had some sports things going on in Columbia, so I was just able to film here, and then we had to get on with our day. I really wish I could have spent some more time with him, but yeah, we'll go ahead and walk down towards the other end and just check out those unlovely moonbeam flags. I really wish they would just get rid of those flags. They really have nothing to do with the mall. There you see Old Navy off to the left side. I think we're coming up on what used to be Champs, and there was a boxing gym off to the right side. That boxing gym I think is done. I haven't seen it open during like the 3 or 4 last times of my visits. Take a look here in the Champs. Really good slat wall. Got the scoreboard style TVs up above. Boy, I tell you what, some sneaker reseller could definitely move in here. And I know there's other sneaker stores here in the mall, but you know, there's a lot of opportunity here. I don't know if Moonbeam's just charging too much for these locations. And also I have read of some redevelopment plans. I don't know if it's ever going to happen here. But as more and more people, and I say this in a lot of my videos, as more and more people move down to South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia area from the north, places like this are definitely going to be opportunity spots. You got a lot of square footage. Probably, I assume they would kill all of the inline tenants and demolish and then put up some homes, maybe condos, townhomes, stuff like that, or just apartments. With the pricing of homes today, most people can barely afford to get an apartment anymore. This mall is also on a bus line, so that is an advantage if they do wind up doing apartments here, maybe for folks that don't have vehicles. And we also see some mall walkers at this mall the few times that I've been. And also the security guard was walking around checking on all the doors and stuff. And a nice guy, talked to them for a moment. He didn't seem to have an issue with me filming, so I definitely appreciate that. And let's go ahead and take a look here. What do we got? This is maybe a Finish Line with the blue walls. And what else we got? That jewelry store across the way there, I know that is still open. The one right there that's in front of us, I believe that was a Gordon's Jewelers, and that is obviously out. Some really cool skylights here in the mall. But yeah, I was noticing there, see to the left part there, looks like somebody had tried to take apart what used to be the Gordon sign, but to the right, or the right it wasn't there, and to the left it was. This gold place is still open. And as we walk down here, I think this, yeah, there was some guy on a phone down here that was literally like yelling on the phone. I don't know what it is with these malls, and I had that happen also at Dutch Square over on the other side of Columbia, where somebody was just screaming at somebody on a phone. And yeah, I don't know what that action is here. So you got the barbershops, and I believe to the right here might have been just a cookie place, maybe American Cookie back in the day. Smaller, maybe it was a pizza place, maybe just a slice of pizza, but I think it was a cookie place. You got a little bit of vending going on there. The restrooms in this place, I actually had to use the restrooms at this moment, and the men's room was just totally boarded up. Not really sure what's going on, so used a restroom in another part of the mall. The restrooms are kind of nasty in this mall. They're dark, they're dingy, and they smell. And that is first thing in the morning, so I can only imagine how they are as the day goes on. And I don't even want to mess with the restroom that is near the food court. So there you see everything that is walled off. I believe that's the Dillard's end of the mall, where Richland County did purchase that. and I think they are, again, continuing to finish things up there. There are construction vehicles on the site. Also, we did spend some time over at the Stadium Cinema. I'll have a video coming up on that. The door is now wide open on the Stadium Cinema. Somebody beat it in, and probably, you know, whatever else they did in there, was able to open the door, do a little filming, and it actually was during a time when the fire department was there just a few moments earlier, so I'm not sure if they were doing drills or if there was something going on, but very cool to see the fire department out and using that property, or taking care of the property, one or the other. Then we see the escalators here are turned off, so that kind of sucks, but of course they cost money to operate, and when we don't have money to spend for other things on the mall, they're not going to turn on the escalators. So and there we see some of the kiddie rides. I don't even know if any kids today know who Popeye is. Popeye, also one of my favorite Bath & Body Works. They're really good label scar in the Bath & Body Works. Popeye's actually one of my favorite Nintendo 8-bit games. Definitely join me for an upcoming live stream, as I do a lot of 8-bit gaming from my screen here at my desk. And there was, I guess, Journeys. So a lot of good stores were at this mall. You know, not high-end stuff, but definitely middle to higher middle retailers were here. I don't know what's going on with this lower level of the courtyard. They have it all sectioned off. I mean, what are people going to do? They're just going to walk onto the carpet in the middle? Is that a problem? I no idea what's going on here, unless there's water dripping down, but I don't see buckets, so really strange. And then we're going to finish out here as we are going to go back to the elevator in Macy's. Nice, cool, old school elevator. Again, as mentioned earlier, this started its life as a Rich's, and then Rich's was purchased by Macy's. And we're going to go ahead and take a trip up and get out on the first level. These trees, by the way, really big trees that are in this cafe type area. So guys, thank you much, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.